Hi, I'm Josh and I'm a media student at Bracknell and Wokingham College. I'm here to tell you about Step Together. This is an independent support group that deals with many different disabilities. One way they do this is by helping people integrate into society. They do this by setting up social activities and self-care help. But why have I chosen to do my documentary on this? The reason is because I'm a part of Step Together and it helps me cope with my disease. I have ULD, otherwise known as Unverricht-Lundborg disease. This is a genetic disease caused by a mutation in the cystatin B gene, also known as progressive myoclonus epilepsy. My condition affects certain part of my brain. This causes certain types of seizures. The condition starts to take effect in children aged 6 to 16. The first sign of the disease is uncontrollable shaking of the limbs and tonic-clonic seizures. I personally also suffer from absences, focal seizures, and limb ataxia. As I've grown older, I've noticed a certain deterioration in my walking ability. You're probably wondering what this all has to do with Step Together. I joined Step Together 2 years ago now. I started with another organisation, which was just one-to-one sessions, but I wasn't having a good time there. Mostly because it was just me and another instructor, without any like-minded individuals. But with Step Together, there's more of a sense of community. I struggle with walking, but Step Together helps me feel less anxious about that. And that's why I joined Step Together, because it makes it a happy place for me to be. They provide fun activities and long-lasting friendships. Here's some key members of the team. Let's have a chat with them.
Hi, my name's Jack. I'm a support worker who works for Step Together. I've been working for Step since August last year, which is about 8 months now. 8 months, yeah.
What is Step Together to you?
To me, Step Together is the best job I've ever had. To me, that's what it is. But it's also, an example of a care company that does a really good job and provides a very, very, very good service. I've worked in care for about 5 years, and this is hands down the best care that's been provided, as well as just the best environment for staff, I guess, in general, and service users as well. But yeah, so Step Together is a good care company, that's what I'd say.
How has Step Together impacted your life?
Very positively. It's impacted my life very positively. As I said before, I worked in care for about 5 years, and I love care, I love supporting people, I love caring for people. It's a really fulfilling job, but Step Together specifically has paid me very well for the job, for doing, it's a high-end care job, I guess it might be a way of describing it. This is not an entry-level job, but it's definitely the best paid care job I've ever had, which makes a huge difference because every other care job has been minimum wage, which is hard to live a life on minimum wage.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a big, huge difference that it's made to me. And then the second difference is that it's because we're self-employed at Step Together, that we have a lot of freedom and flexibility.
Cool.
What would I do differently? Honestly, there's nothing that comes to mind, which is probably a good sign. Everything runs pretty smoothly. It would be nice to have a slightly larger roster of staff, that would be good, to have a few more ad hoc staff. But as far as I'm aware, we're aiming for that anyway. We're moving towards that. So yeah, there's nothing that comes to mind that I would change. Honestly, it's really good. So, yeah. Yeah, well, this job, as I've said, very flexible. We're self-employed, so this is the easiest it's ever been for me to manage a home life and a job, because if we need days off, we can take days off. If I need to have a long weekend, I can take a long weekend. And on top of that, it's quite short days. Our days finish generally around 3 or 4 o'clock, which means we get
pretty nice.
Exactly. It means we get home at a good time. Yeah, plenty of time to take care of the household stuff. Yeah, it's definitely getting bigger. Yeah, a lot more. We're supporting a lot more people. So the company has been through couple changes since I started. There's now an official manager position, which there wasn't before. So that's definitely helped, because there's a larger team of staff. So that means we have an official manager, so we can direct all our gripes towards them, all our issues. So they've done that, which has been good. And apart from that, I guess, I don't know if much else has changed apart from bringing on more staff and setting that management in place. Yeah.
Cool. Thanks, Jack. It's been lovely talking to you, and I hope we can talk again sometime.
Of course, great. Thanks, Josh.
My name is Tracy Audrey Cecil Pritchard. I am the director of Step Together. I've been working with Step Together since 2017, since the week it was started.
So, what does being the owner of Step Together mean to you?
It means a lot of work, and also a lot of pleasure. I have to make sure that everything is running smoothly and that everyone is happy, and make sure that everyone gets paid, the support workers and all the places that we use. So it's a lot of work actually doing.
Yeah.
But I still like coming out and being with the guys.
Yeah.
Because that brings a closeness, and that's the whole reason that I started doing this job.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then the other responsibilities I have are making sure that we have all the contracts in place for new participants, make sure that all their funding is in place. When we are booking places to go, that everything is correct, that all the paperwork is ready. I invoice all the companies at the end of the month. I also pay everyone's invoices. And then I have to book things and help Kieran book things and delegate.
Cool. I've noticed a growing amount of people at Step Together. How do you think the company itself is managing this?
Very carefully. So I try and find good support workers, which is not as easy as it sounds, because they aren't available all the time. So it's mainly finding the support workers to do that, and then having everything in place and having it in place properly, which is what I'm trying to make sure it is, so that everyone's got the correct certifications and everyone is qualified to the standard that they should be qualified.
What drew you to work for Step Together?
My daughter, who is 30, always had difficulties when she was younger, and those difficulties were always just put down as her being a naughty kid, and she wasn't a naughty kid, she was just different. She's never been diagnosed, but she is on the spectrum. I didn't get any help or any support at all. And when I met these people whose parents don't get any help, they don't get any help and support, I knew that I could make a change to people's lives. Now, this is something that I have contemplated, and I'm very wary of making it countrywide, because I think one of the things that makes Step Together unique is the fact that we are compact, and I think going countrywide would possibly lose that intimacy that we have right now. I'm very happy to allow people to ask me questions on how we make Step Together work, and they could take that package and make that work for them. But as far as me going, we cover 5 counties already.
Interesting. That's all we have time for. Thank you, Tracy.
Thank you, Josh.
Hey, I'm Kieran. 6 years.
And what's kept you going all that time?
3 things. Family, a voice, loyalty.
So you mentioned family. You got family in Step Together?
I do. Sure.
Okay.
I have a sister who is neurodivergent, and she has epilepsy, learning difficulties, autism. I found that there wasn't really a place for her to go after college. There was work experience, there was day centres, and that's it. But I wanted her to live life and explore life and capture life and all that it has to offer. And I felt every step we went, there was a limitation. So I went looking for something. I found something called Princess Trust. Have you heard of it?
Yes, I've heard of Princess Trust.
Yeah, so she joined that, which was brilliant, which meant that it was pushing her to things like rock climbing,
Okay.
which most people wouldn't even consider her to be able to do.
Especially for an epileptic.
And so it was just watching, even zip lining, by the way.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So when I saw that she could do all of those things, I thought, right, we need to really improve her life. What can we do? And then we found this company. And it was just, I think it had about 2 people. And yeah, Tom and Tracy came over and said, look, we'd love to have your sister and see what we can do. And it was just normal bowling, little bowling activities.
Yeah.
You know, not much, a walk in the park and cooking out over at their houses. My favourite part, and whether you believe it or not, my favourite part is when I come in, and you'll notice it if ever you get a clip of it. Everybody will run to you. They'll run to me. And they'll come over and they'll be like, good morning, la la la. You're like, okay. And then it starts, when are we going here? When are we going to go there? Are we doing this? I've booked this. And it's just that excitement that you've created an activity for someone who's completely, you know, they're all different. And they're saying, I want this, I want that, I can't wait to see that. And then you see that face light up. And then you think, okay, and then they do it. So the initial happiness of mine is when they're all excited. But then after that, when they come to you and they look at you and they're just saying that was brilliant, and you just think, wow, I've given you that opportunity. I mean, could I give you an example?
Sure.
So for instance, I've been working hard with one person who doesn't want to be mentioned. And they were having trouble at home and they needed a place to go, but there was no social worker that was able to provide them with a supported house. It took me 4 years to fight for that house.
Wow.
It took me 4 years to even fight for her funding, and she got it. And now to look at the difference where there's that happiness, that freedom, she's now able to travel train, which she wasn't able to do because her family thought that she wasn't able to, you know, push her abilities. And just to know that everything in her life now is limitless. Grab it. I love it. What is it? Family. The reason is like I said, for most people, you know, it's a job. You know, it's just you come and you go. But one, I have my family person here. But two, you guys, or even each individual person, you watch them grow and you watch them become something that they wanted to be but didn't have the right, the right tools to push through. And then they're able to achieve all of that. Take you, for example, how I first met you and now to look at you.
Yeah.
I'm so proud. And I just see you just pushing and achieving your goals and dreams, and you're so comfortable with talking to us about things. And even like this interview, I love it. You know, it's just seeing you in a different light. And that's what I'm proud of. And that's why I class you as family, because I'm able to see the good, the bad, the ugly, and still stick around. No. So funny enough, my degree is in forensic science.
Ooh.
So I have toxicology and pathology. So, and then from there, I think the interest still remained over my sister, because like I said, there was nobody trying to help her out or find out what was going on. So
Yeah.
I thought I need to know a little bit more. So that's when I became a nurse, and I wanted to know more about the mind.
Yeah.
So then I stepped into care and neurology. So the reason I stepped into care was also a little fact. My gran suffered from dementia
Oh.
and a brain tumour. So I used to care for her, and I wanted to know how to do a better job. And kind of fell into this role of going from a nurse then to a midwife,
Yeah.
and then again going back into care, and then saying, okay, I need to know more about autism and epilepsy. So then I did a degree.
Yeah.
And then I thought, right, okay, done all of this, now what?
What would you do differently if you could make changes to this?
I'm doing them day in, day out. Activities, so they are really important. Work experience, life skills, budgeting.
Yeah.
These are things that I've seen in different places that don't have that thrive and that push.
Yeah.
Especially with my sister, at her age, not being able to tell the time was a really hard one for me.
Yeah.
And it took me a long while, but I got there. And it's just, what I've learned is routine, back to basics, and keep going. Don't give up, and you'll see a difference. So my change is making everything available so that the only limitation is you itself.
What's it like trying to do your job and trying to manage your own home life? Because I know you personally live quite far away from Step Together.
Yeah, I live in Kent, so it's about 2 hours and a half journey in the morning.
Wow.
And just under 3 hours on the way back. Commitment is what you need, a great spouse,
Yeah.
real good understanding, but also I think passion. When you say what it's like, it's you have to be able to balance life and home, and you have to have the support at home to understand, what's needed here. I love what I do, so I feel that there's a constant passion. I'm not one of those people who wake up in the morning and go, why do I need to go to work? I'm there well early,
Yeah.
at your door, and making sure I'm on time and just come in and have a great day.
Always with an enthusiastic
Yes.
attitude, I've noticed as well. You're always smiling and laughing with everyone.
You make
trying to
my
have
day.
a good time. Yeah.
You make my day, Josh. This is the thing. Each and every one of you, when I see you guys and you walk through that door and it's the whole coming out the door, it's like, yeah, you're happy. There you go.
Cool. Well, unfortunately, this is all we have time for.
Hi, my name's Kate and I work for Step Together. I've been with Step Together for a year now. So we are at Mary and Avace's Arts and Crafts Centre in Slough. I love Step Together. I think it's an amazing company, an amazing place that is really supportive to all the guys we support. All the staff are amazing, and every person here is incredible. I think my favourite part of Step Together is getting to know people, seeing people improve, reaching goals, becoming more independent, and just growing with confidence, and being able to access the community and different activities that they wouldn't be able to do without us.
I've noticed an increased number of people at Step Together. How do you think the company is handling this?
I think it's doing brilliantly. I think we're finding that more young people are coming out of education and are needing to progress to the next step of their life, and with Step Together we can offer them that support. So yeah, I think we're doing really well. Everybody that comes in that's new is welcome, and all of our guys are brilliant at adjusting to new people, and yeah, we're just one big family. If I was running Step Together, I would love to take everybody on a lovely holiday, abroad or in this country. yeah, I think that's what I would probably do differently. But hopefully in the future, we will be able to start doing stuff like that.
Well, thank you for your time, Kate.
If I was running Step Together, I would love to take everybody on a lovely holiday, abroad or in this country. Yeah, I think that's what I would probably do differently. But hopefully in the future, we will be able to start doing stuff like that.
Well, thank you for your time, Kate. I hope this documentary has informed you a little bit about Step Together, who they are and what they do. I also hope that you understand a little bit more about the responsibilities of the people at Step Together. The group is expanding, so the number of staff needs an increase to keep up with the amount of people at Step Together. All the staff at Step Together are friendly with good intentions, especially towards the safety and well-being of the people who go to Step Together. Thank you for watching.